In Hollywood, marriages are often measured in headlines, not years. For 19 years, Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban seem to have beaten the odds. They were the ultimate golden couple, a perfect blend of Aussie star power who built a family life far from the LA chaos in Nashville, Tennessee. Theirs was a love story filled with red carpet adoration, a relationship Keith once said wasn't just life-changing, but life-beginning. But as 2025 draws to a close, that beginning has hit a sudden, shocking end. On September 30th, the news dropped. Nicole Kidman had filed for divorce, and while the world was processing the split, a darker story began to emerge. Sources claimed Nicole felt hurt and betrayed, fighting to save the marriage while rumors swirled that Keith had already moved on with another woman. Amid the heartbreak and a nearly $500 million fortune, one asset became the center of their meticulously planned separation. A $3.5 million mansion that Nicole Kidman was not about to give up. After 19 years, one of Hollywood's most adored couples is calling it quits. But this is more than just a simple separation. We're taking you inside the divorce of Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban, where new reports of betrayal and infidelity are casting a dark shadow over their fairy tale romance. And we'll reveal how Nicole secured the one thing she refused to let go, the $3.5 million Nashville mansion, and why it was the key to protecting her family. For almost 2 decades, Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban's life looked perfect. They met in 2005, married a year later, and built a family with their 2 daughters, Sunday Rose and Faith Margaret. As recently as June 2025, Nicole posted a sweet photo for their 19th anniversary. Keith had famously credited Nicole with saving his life, telling CBS News in 2016, "Meeting her and getting married wasn't life-changing, it was life-beginning." This image of solid support is what made the divorce so jarring. But according to inside sources, the cracks had been showing for months. While Nicole was in London filming Practical Magic 2, reports confirmed the couple had been living apart since the summer. Tensions reportedly surfaced over Nicole's provocative film roles, like the 2024 thriller Baby Girl, which an insider claimed Keith disliked. By the time Nicole filed papers citing irreconcilable differences, Keith had already moved into a rental in Nashville. Sources insist Nicole, annoyed, didn't want this, and was left feeling hurt and betrayed amid a storm of rumors that Urban was involved with a younger woman in the music business. The perfect picture had officially shattered. When a couple with a combined net worth closing in on $500 million splits up, dividing the assets is never easy. For Nicole and Keith, their wealth was built into a global empire of incredible real estate, estimated to be worth over $70 million. In their native Australia, they own Bunya Hill, a massive 110-acre cattle farm in New South Wales bought in 2008. This historic Georgian mansion became their peaceful Aussie getaway, complete with a pool, tennis court, and a herd of cattle. In Sydney, they created a massive multi-million-dollar compound by purchasing 6 separate apartments in the same harborside building. Stateside, their portfolio is just as impressive. They have a mansion in Beverly Hills for their Hollywood work and multiple properties in New York. In 2010, they bought a designer duplex in Chelsea, famous for its private car elevator that whisks a vehicle right up to the apartment. More recently, they added a $3.5 million penthouse in Tribeca. Each property tells a story of their life on the world stage, but when their marriage fell apart, only one of these homes truly mattered. It wasn't the priciest, it was the one they called home. In 2008, Nicole and Keith bought a sprawling mansion in a gated Nashville community for $3.47 million, known as the Queen of Northumberland. The nearly 11,000 square foot estate has 7 bedrooms, a tennis court, a swimming pool, and acres of privacy. It was here they raised their daughters, a place Nicole told Vogue she discovered a love for nesting. This wasn't just another house, it was the family's anchor. That's why, when it came time to negotiate the divorce, the mansion became the cornerstone of the deal for Nicole. The settlement, filed in Davidson County, reveals a permanent parenting plan designed to minimize disruption for their daughters, 17-year-old Sunday Rose and 14-year-old Faith Margaret. A source told the New York Post that Nicole sees the home as a source of stability for her family. Under the plan, Nicole will be the primary residential parent, with the girls spending 306 days a year with her. Keith will have custody for the remaining 59 days. While major decisions are meant to be made together, the agreement reportedly gives Nicole final decision-making authority, if they can't agree, a powerful detail underscoring her role as the stabilizing parent. By securing the house, Nicole ensured that even as her daughter's family changed, their home and daily lives would remain as normal as possible. As this story unfolds, the court of public opinion is in full session. Let's review what some fans are saying online. One user, Churchillo Family, commented, "Her recent movie role choices have been questionable." This taps into reports that Keith was uncomfortable with some of her more daring roles, hinting at a creative clash behind the scenes. Angie wrote, "I would bet another woman is to blame." And Carm Darm added, "And he's already with someone else, according to reports." These comments reflect the explosive rumors now dominating the headlines, suggesting infidelity was the final blow. Another user, Down Under Jojo, sadly noted, "History repeats for her. So sad," drawing a parallel to her first public split. And on the other side, user 3797 predicted, "This guy is going to be a mess now." Meanwhile, fans like Camille and Aubrey expressed pure shock, with Aubrey writing, "I really hope they work it out." It's clear that for the public, this split is a difficult one to accept. This isn't Nicole Kidman's first high-profile divorce, and as one fan noted, it feels like history repeats for her. Her split from Tom Cruise in 2001 was a global media circus, but it's clear she learned from the past. Her marriage to Cruise ended in what Nicole described as a complete shock to the system. Cruise filed for divorce, and what followed was a 7-month public legal battle over their fortune and the custody of their 2 adopted children. The divorce from Keith couldn't be more different procedurally. Instead of a messy court fight, they privately negotiated everything before a single paper was filed. Reports show both waived any right to spousal support, keeping their personal fortunes, Nicole's estimated $250 million and Keith's $75 million, separate. The focus was a clean plan centered on the kids. The Cruise divorce was a reactive public fight. The Urban divorce is a proactive, private arrangement. Nicole swapped chaos for calm, calculated control, ensuring that this time, the story was written on her own terms. Just days after the divorce filing, Keith Urban walked onto a stage in Hershey, Pennsylvania, his wedding ring noticeably absent. For a man whose music is tied to his personal life, everyone was watching. Reports noted a major change. A song widely seen as an ode to Nicole was gone from his setlist, replaced with his anthem, Wild Hearts. It was a small but powerful signal a chapter was closing. This comes as social media lit up with speculation about his relationship with his guitarist, with fans pointing to a video from months prior where he seemed to single her out on stage. A source told People magazine the singer has just been going through some stuff, a quiet nod to the turmoil. While Nicole remains in Nashville focusing on her daughters, Keith continues his tour, his life now on a very separate track. The music, for both of them, has to go on. In the end, the divorce of Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban became a story with 2 sides. On one hand, it's a tale of a mother's fierce priorities. After enduring a public war in her first divorce, Nicole Kidman engineered a separation that was private, clean, and focused on protecting her kids. By making the family's $3.5 million Nashville home the non-negotiable heart of the deal, she wasn't just claiming property. She was securing a foundation of stability for her daughters. But on the other hand, it's a story of heartbreak and betrayal, with reports suggesting that while Nicole was trying to hold her family together, Keith may have already moved on. It's a power move that proves sometimes the most valuable asset isn't the one with the biggest price tag, but the one that holds your family together when everything else is falling apart. What do you think? In a high-stakes divorce, is keeping the family home more important than anything else? Let us know in the comments below. And if you want more inside looks at the biggest stories in Hollywood, Make sure to like this video and subscribe. Thanks for watching.